Good morning, dear students. How are you all doing? I hope everybody is keeping fine and is keeping safe at home. So, students, we know that we completed the chapter The Trojan Horse, which is chapter number 3, and we're also done with the exercise. So, let's just revise the chapter once. So, the story goes like that once upon a time there was a war between the Greece and the Troy, and since the Prince of Troy, Paris, had brought Helen to Troy, so the Greeks had come to teach Paris a lesson and also to take back Helen. So finally the Greeks had attacked the city of Troy, but the Troys had built a sturdy wall with guard towers, like a fence around the city, so that nobody could enter in, and that is why the Greeks could not attack them. So the city of Troy was saved from the guard towers and the sturdy walls. So what happened next? That no one could enter the city because of the gates. So the Greeks made several attempts to get inside, but they could not enter inside the city, and they were like very depressed about it, and they thought, let's just give up. But then the Greek general Menelaus is one, and the other Greek general is Ulysses. So Ulysses was really a wise person, so he was just staring at the door of the walls, and he thought to himself that there has to be a way out by which we can get inside, because the army of Greeks was very disappointed, and they were like, they're almost given up, right? So Ulysses was staring at the door of the wall, and he thought to himself, there has to be a way out. And then suddenly an idea clicked his mind, and then he thought that, let me just share this with my fellow mates, with the soldiers, with the army, right? So he just gathered them around and told them that you need not get disappointed. I have a way out for this. And then Ulysses told his soldiers that what was in his mind. He summoned them, he detailed them, he briefed them about it, that what was in his mind, and they started executing the plan just at that very moment. So what happened next was, the next day, people of Troy, they had seen that Greeks were going away, and then they also had seen that the Greeks had gone to an island and they had burnt their tents where they were residing, where they were putting up, right? So they were convinced that the Greeks had gone back to Greece, but there was a twist in the story. So what they did, they built a wooden horse, and when the people of Troy saw the horse, they thought that this might be a symbol of a Greek god, and since they thought it's their victory, so they took the horse inside and began celebrating, because they thought it is their victory. But what happened next is, in the night, the Greeks were still hidden in the horse, and the Troy people had slept. When everybody had fallen asleep, what they did, the Greek people immediately came out, and they started attacking the people of Troy and the city of Troy in no time. They did not waste any time. They immediately attacked, and a few soldiers had opened the sturdy walls so that the people who'd gone to island to burn the tents can also enter in, right? So what they did, they entered in and they attacked the city of Troy, and then a war began in no time, and in few minutes, Troy was in hands of Greeks, right? So the wise Ulysses, it was the wisdom of wise Ulysses which had not just brought Helen back, but had also taught Prince Paris a lesson. I hope you've understood the chapter again. If you have any doubts, please feel free to ask me. And that's about it for today. Do revise the chapter, do your homework, submit it to me, and you can ask any doubts if you have. Until then, take care, stay indoors, stay safe, and take good care of yourselves. Bye.